Off. Right. Okay. Check out levels and shit. Yeah? Okay. So he's going to introduce.
Introduce.
Just sort this fucking shit.
Hello, welcome to Adam.
Adam, what's your name?
Con.
His name's Con, K-O-N.
He is Steel.
From Steel. Hello, how's it going? So, what we need to do in this first video, Con, is see the camera which is directly above the Samsung symbol, yeah? Try and look into that, or look at us, but don't look at the screen, because you know, that'll make us look like we're doing a selfie, like we're doing. So anyway, so this is the first in a, I don't know, should we say daily series?
Yeah.
Daily for now, maybe weekly in the future. Whenever we both get out of this place, which we'll discuss in a second. Maybe we'll go weekly, but there we go. So, today's topic is...
Greed.
Is greed. Yeah, and all the connotations to do with greed. See, me and Con, we have very, very different views. I don't know. Also, as a disclaimer, I have hiccups. I've had hiccups for about 2 days. And, oh god, they're getting painful. So, bear with me, and please be gentle with me, internet. Okay, so, greed. Greed, for me, is wanting more than you have already. And what the more, it's wanting more than what you actually need. So greed is wanting more than what you need. Okay, you want things like, well, what do I want? Let's use a few props, right? So before today, I wanted a mini disc player. Because I'm a retro wanker, right? I wanted this for no other reason than the fact that I wanted it so that while I'm listening to music, I only listen to music. Because I can listen to it on my phone, correct, but if I get a text or something, then I'm forced away from the music. Whereas with this, I just have the music and nothing else. I also, back in my earlier years, I wanted this guitar right here. It's a very nice guitar, plays very well. I'm not very good at guitar when it's in this position. But anyway, so greed for me is that. And we were talking before about PewDiePie, who, as most of you may or may not know, is the #1 most subscribed YouTuber on YouTube. He's been the fucking spearhead for YouTube Red. He's had his own video game made for him. He's had all sorts made for him. I don't think he's greedy, but Con over here does. And he's going to tell you why.
The reason why is how money is made in the first place. Money is made through a life and a death rate. America work through death rate. So they kill people to make dollars. So I think when you buy something for $100, there's 100 people died for that item. When you buy something for $1,000, that's 1,000 people died for 1,000.
So, but why, in your cosmogony, to quote David Mamet, why, so say, using, I'll just keep this here because it's a good prop to be honest. This mini disc player originally cost about £50, which by your rationale means that 50 people died. Maybe more considering the USD to GBP conversion rate. But why did 50 people have to die so this piece of plastic and metal could be made? Who died? Who died?
Just the workers.
But what if the workers just got a nice pay packet and went home again?
Then it's another win-win situation. The only problem is the way the world works itself. If we change the currency system itself from a death and a life rating system to a recycling system or an internet system, we could get rid of greed itself.
But you can't get rid of greed, because getting rid of greed gets rid of competition. I didn't want this mini disc player. I got it because I asked my parents for it and I was greedy. In actuality, so let's play the Gandhi card, shall we? You ready to play the Gandhi card?
Yeah.
Right. So the quote from Gandhi is, "Live simply, so that others may simply live." If I was living simply, I would be, well, naked, probably. I'd maybe cover up me Long John Silver. Long. I say long. My average John Silver, I'd cover him up just to offend the ladies of the place. And I wouldn't be recording this on my phone, and I wouldn't be sitting in a leather chair. I'd be picking berries and hunting stuff like a hunter-gatherer sells. So, without greed, the original hunter-gatherer wouldn't have thought, "Oh my god, I can attach this piece of rock to a stick, right? I can bash shit up with it. I can cut down a tree. With that tree, I can build a better hut. If I build a system of huts, I can make a village. If I build a system of villages, I can make a city. Boom, boom, boom. Fast forward 2,000, well, what am I talking about here? Fucking hundreds of thousands of years, you've got the Industrial Revolution. What greed was, in my opinion, at its peak. So without greed, you don't actually have any progress. Now, the question becomes, do we, as humans and the human race, do we need progress?
No, we don't need progress. We just want
We
progress.
just want progress.
That's the thing. Wow, my thing is you can still have greed, but just have greed in a different term. Basically, you're stopping death and life being the term for greed. You're just changing the way we work our systems. We can still have greed and competition, but the competition is possessions and not life. So you could have an antique that's worth more than another antique, or actual gems, make gems, diamonds. There's thousands of them in the real world.
Millions.
Millions.
If you've ever seen well, just an aside, if you've ever seen the film Blood Diamond, have you seen the film Blood Diamond?
No.
Right. You need to watch some film, my friend. Right, Blood Diamond is the basic scenario is the biggest diamond ever found in Sierra Leone is found basically, and all these conglomerates are trying to get this diamond to sell basically. It's based around a company called Van Camp, if I recall. It's based on a true story. I think the character of Leonardo DiCaprio is fabricated because obviously Leonardo DiCaprio himself is fairly fabricated. But there we go. So yeah, but as you said, diamonds, especially the diamond trade, that is greed at its highest point, to be honest. Making slaves work until they die, and if they don't get any diamonds, whipping it, it's back to the slave trade. Have you seen 12 Years a Slave?
Yes, yeah, I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I like the film, but I don't like what happened to the people.
No, God, disgusting, absolutely disgusting. But yeah, but out of chaos, that being the slave trade, came order. Because after the slave trade, number one, you had blues music, man. But without blues music, you wouldn't have dance music. So, as another aside, so I'm Steel, he's Con. Together, we make Con Steel. We're a bit of a musical collective. I'll post a link down in the description below. And without blues music, the music that we make together, that would have never have been made possible. So, out of slavery comes blues. Out of blues comes rhythm and blues, and you get rock and roll, and then you get reggae, and then you get all these sorts of things. And eventually, you get fucking dubstep. And who doesn't love a bit of dubstep, eh? Con asked me before, do I like Bring Me the Horizon? And my reply was, yeah, but probably not as much as you. That's the thing. So yeah. So my view is that greed, yes. Greed is a thing, greed is a bad thing. But you can't have good things without bad things. Because if everything was good, then there would be no such thing as good or bad. If everything was bad, then we'd be in the same position.
Well, I just like stability. We can have progression with stability. So we're slowly progressing with the help of each other. So we can work in a community, and if people are poor, they get helped by the rich. And the rich help out the poor because they are rich and they don't need as much money as they do.
But that is what Britain is. That is literally where we live right now.
Yeah,
right.
The reason why I like Britain so much.
Yeah.
Why I don't like why
America.
Americans
Yeah.
and Australia,
Ecuador.
most countries
I don't know about Ecuador.
work off greed in a different way. They work off, let's make my company the richest company in the world, and then let's keep on making my company even richer, and don't look at the bigger picture and go, look at my workers who are working for me, how are they actually surviving off pennies?
Right. To fill you in, and this may be somewhat of a bombshell for those of you who are not familiar with us, and because this is our very first video, hiccup, none of you are familiar with us, but we are both in what is known as a psychiatric hospital. Now, if we've mentioned that before we said all that stuff, our credibility may have been slightly lost. And whilst I go and get some medication, because I'm feeling slightly agitated because my hiccups are getting a bit worse, I'm going to go get some meds. I'm going to leave you with Con over here, and he's going to talk about something completely different, and I'm going to join in when I come back. So, remember the mini disc player? I wanted this, I didn't need this. Over to Con.
Alright, I'm going to talk about my Disney foot list. I have I have a list of 5 different women in Disney stories you could choose that you could fuck. And first one would probably be Ariel, because why not Ariel? Ariel's beautiful. She has beautiful hair, beautiful face, she's just perfect for you. And that voice, you can't deny that voice. You need that voice. And then after that, it comes Jasmine. Jasmine is just the goddess of Arabia. We have to have Arabia with her. But I'd say my ultimate favourite, probably Mulan, just because how much of a man inside she really is, and how powerful her stance can be to the human race. Shows women are just equal as men. Without that, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in today. Equality came with the help of things like Mulan, because if you look at where women were in states of the world a few years ago, where women were treated inferior to men. Now, women are treated equal to men, or even above men, because women are as just good or even better race than man itself, in my opinion. I think women should have equal rights, equal pay, equal say, and equal everything, because women are just as good as men. Now, the reason why I think like this is because I just lately came out and found out I had bipolar. I swear. Somehow, my mind lets me think in both ways or terms of how people think, how a woman thinks and how a man thinks. And I somehow think sometimes the woman thinks like this and I like it. Sometimes I think like a man, I think I like that. Which I can come to the terms, to my own opinion, that women just have the right idea of life, while men just want more. Because if we go back in history for war, in history we had Baghdad, and what did man do? Especially Bill Clinton. He went and joined the Al Qaeda, made them eradicate the Russians, that made oil the most expensive thing in the world, just for greed, like we were talking about before. He just used soldiers of his own kind to help himself get richer and make a MacGuffin, if you want to call it, an item, a material more precious than human life itself, which I think is wrong. Where Steele may say it's right, or may say it's wrong, I don't know. It's his own opinion. He can make his own opinion up. But for myself, I always believe that human life is more important than possession itself. The only thing that's maybe more important than that life is progression, and progression comes from obsession, but you don't need to be obsessed with as much things as people are today. Today, people are too obsessed with items. People are collecting too rapidly, storing up items that they don't need, and starving the homeless. Like there's people in Africa that only getting paid £1.74p a day. Is that right for them to get paid £1.74p a day for you to have all these material items, or should they get paid equal fair pay like you, and then be able to eat and sleep in a nice warm bed just like you, just because they actually worked for a living like you? And now we go back. After the Disney. Come back.
Sorry.
I've also got horse.
Right. I think let's try and keep this to 20 minutes.
I've talked about all sorts already.
Good. Where are we up to?
I went from Disney, then into Baghdad, then from Baghdad into war.
Oh god. See, well, we always get back to war, don't we?
Yeah, because I would.
And war is go back to greed again. That's the thing. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
War equals peace. Right. Again, the link I'm going to post in the description about for some of the music that me and Con have made is a song called, what's it called? Indecision. Is it Indecision?
Community.
Community. Yeah, Community. And that basically sums up in about maybe 4 minutes what he was just talking about just then. So, but he was
apart from the Disney fuck list. That was
apart from the Disney fuck. What? As in like who you would fuck in Disney films?
Yeah.
What? So like Ariel.
Yeah, the first choice.
Obviously, first choice. Like, she's half fish, but you know you only need the lower half.
That voice, that hair, it's everything.
Even right. To be fair, on land, even if she couldn't speak, teach her sign language for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? She doesn't need to speak. Speak in Morse code. Use a system of spoons. Who gives a fuck? You know?
Yeah.
The thing is though, you know, under the sea, they can't write, can they? Because they won't have ink. They have squid ink, of course.
Yeah.
From Ursula, you know, the terrible bloody Jermaine Greer octopus. But I don't know. How do you reckon they write? That's what I want to know.
I think it's just somehow fancy work like that.
Yeah.
It's a bit like SpongeBob. How can SpongeBob surf underwater?
How can they talk underwater?
Yeah. How can a sponge actually even walk?
Yeah, exactly. He would. I don't know. When SpongeBob is, I haven't seen that much SpongeBob, right? But when SpongeBob is on land, does he dry up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. At least we got that.
In the movie, in the original movie, I've not seen the new one, but because it went down.
That's the one where he's like big and muscly, right, for no reason.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I've only seen the promotional posters. Yeah.
But in the original movie, the good one, 2004 movie,
yeah.
When he actually came on the land, he actually shriveled up into an original proper sponge, and plankton shriveled up into a proper jellyfish. No jellyfish, starfish. Two different things. So Squidward is a jellyfish.
Because he's a squid, right? Yeah. So, final topic. What should we talk about? That's what we were talking about. We were talking about PewDiePie and how PewDiePie is greedy.
Yeah. Okay.
So how Con steal. Gotta remember this. How is PewDiePie greedy?
It's not actually greedy itself. It's just he consumes all this money, and then I don't see him giving back. I just see him consuming. I just like to see people give back. When they give back, it proves to me that they're not greedy. They're considerate. Greed isn't about what you have. It's about your morals in life.
Yeah. Right. What I would say to you is actually watch some of PewDiePie's videos. Because of course there are a lot of videos where he just sits there playing Dead Space and screaming, yes. But every year, without fail, someone asks PewDiePie how much he earns. to which he does not give a reply. So it's estimated last year he earned something stupid like $7 million US. Anyway, but he's not in it for the money. He started off making Call of Duty videos, he got some followers, and it all grew from there, really. And then he started to make games where he played scary games, started screaming. Everyone loved his scream. Everyone loved Shabla, which just means fucking hell in Swedish. Everyone loved it, you know? So he's not in it, he's in it for the fans. Have you heard of the Brofist?
Nope.
Any of you out there who know PewDiePie know about the Brofist, right? So at the end of 99.9% of videos, PewDiePie goes into the camera like this and he just goes, Brofist. So he literally brofists you. And if you are a subscriber, you are accepted into what is known as the Bro Army. So it's a community. It's a community of 40 million people, which is more, which is more than the number of people in Norway. So there is a whole country full of people who are part of the Bro Army, who do brofists, who do whatever.
But how many of them are actually Bro Army, or just random strangers going, oh, I like this video, I'll subscribe?
Well, that's true. But on average, if PewDiePie posts a video, he gets 1 million... Oh, fucking hell. Hiccups, man. I've had them for days. Right. Whenever he uploads a video, he's uploaded probably 2 or 3 today, and they will have 1 million views each by tomorrow.
Yeah. And which I think he should give some of that money he makes from these videos to charity.
Which he does. He started his own charitable trust. Research PewDiePie before you think he's greedy. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, but perception of greed, in my eyes, is different to your perception.
Of course. But your perception of greed seems to be that he's not giving back, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Find out the ways that he give back. Because, even when you do find that out, you may still think that he's not giving back enough, which could be your thing, which is fair enough. I mean, you've got people like, what's my name? Okay, we should wrap up soon. But you got people like Bill Gates, but Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, all these fucking giants of the computing sphere who are now giving away their fortunes, alright? They're greedy too, because they're giving away their money in the greed of, for the greed of solving the world's problems.
They're doing it because they want to be remembered for.
Exactly. They're doing it. They're greedy for a legacy. And on that bombshell, I think we'll have to leave you right here. So,
yeah. If you want to know more, you have to come back to part.
You have to come back to parts 2, 3, 4, and well, hopefully 5 if we make it that far. But we should do a sign off, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
We shouldn't just do I've been con, I've been steal. So what can we share? Should we just be don't be greedy?
Yeah.
Right. And remember, don't be greedy.
Don't be greedy, guys. Don't be greedy.
I like that. It's good.